Today on Paranormal Insights, we're going to look at the healing power of color and what it can do for you.
And we've got a question from Deborah who wants to know how to make her life better.
And can your health be improved with a BioScan? You'll find out. I'm Joseph Ernest Martin.
And I'm Linda Potter.
And this is Paranormal Insights, where we bring you the latest and best from the metaphysical world.
Where you'll get real tools and insights to your questions and answers from beyond the ordinary.
Linda is a hypnotist with a specialty in guided meditation and past life regression. She's also the author of an amazing new book, The Miracle of Self-Healing.
An award-winning psychic for over 20 years, Joseph Ernest Martin is author of the international bestseller, The Quest to Ro, and recipient of the Visionary Award of Excellence. When it comes to healing color and using the energy of color, there's nothing better than knowing what each color does.
Colors, different vibrations really do affect us. And I know myself, I love doing art. I'm an artist. I did, of course, all the art for my deck. And the color sets the mood and tone because color is light and light is energy and energy is vibration and we're made up of vibration. So of course color has to affect us.
And you wouldn't think that color was that affecting as an energy. I think most of us have never thought that way.
We've all noticed when someone is glowing. Maybe at their graduation, maybe when they've just given birth, or when we see someone in love. We naturally recognize the radiance of energy from people when they are passionate or completely engaged in what they are doing. Conversely, we have met people that we have felt had a dark presence or a very low energy about them. Religious paintings have often shown a glowing aura around such figures as Buddha or Jesus. The Virgin Mary is frequently depicted in white and blue, while Buddhist monks have often been seen only in the color orange. Can color have a significance or ability to help us heal? The answer is yes. Color is a vibration of energy that our eyes perceive and is part of a spectrum. Our eyes only see a small part of the energetic spectrum. Wavelengths like infrared are invisible to our naked eyes, yet they exist in the physical world. Different creatures see colors differently, and the use of color to heal is often referred to as color therapy or chromotherapy. In studies on color, we've learned that a soft pink room can have a calming effect on prison inmates, while jarring or flashing colors can induce seizures in people. The energetic effect of color is undeniably true. So traditionally, what does color mean? Well, red. Red is considered to bring in warmth, energy, and stimulation. Red can be used for replenishing energy, fighting colds, fatigue, and to stimulate lethargic people. Red energizes all the organs in the body. Orange. Orange has a releasing action in the body and mind, releasing repressed energies. Orange shows possibilities in your life. Orange is used to stimulate the lungs and digestion, to increase thyroid activity while calming muscles. Yellow. Yellow is used for strengthening the mind and bringing out mental inspiration. Yellow is used to treat nervousness and nerve conditions. Use dark yellow to calm shooting pains. Yellow is used for the digestive system and helps with the assimilation of nutrients. Green. Green is for balance and harmony. Green has a neutral impact on our system and can be used for the most of all healing conditions. Blue. Blue is very cooling and astringent. Blue cools inflammation. Fever lowers high blood pressure, can stop bleeding, and relieve tension headaches. Blue also has an anti-itch and anti-irritation property. Purple. Purple is the color of transformation. Use purple to treat alcoholism, sadness, and delusions, and to also bring about insights and renewal. White. White is the combination of all colors and therefore is perfect to balance and harmonize the body. White will awaken your inner spirituality and the divine light. Black. Black repels evil and negativity. It is used for breaking bad habits and addictions. It's also used for deep meditation and awakening deep unconscious levels. There are, of course, many more colors than in this basic set, and there are also metals and colored stones that have their own frequency and energy. For more information, here are 3 great resources. First, a new book by Selah W. Wiedemann called This is Rock Medicine. Second, Color Therapy by Reuben Amber. And third, How to Heal with Color by Ted Andrews. Whatever you choose, know that the energy, the real physical energy of color, affects us in a real and tangible way.
When we're children and we start in kindergarten and we get those big Crayola crayons and their reds and their yellows and their blues and the vivid purples, we're not told and nurtured that each color has a very specific energy to it.
And when we see the drawings of young children who don't have any schooling or knowledge or study in what color is or what it means or what it could mean, we can tell by their use of color what they're going through in a very easy way. When they're using bright, exciting, pure colors, we know that they're in a really good space. When they're using like muted, dull, and dark colors, we know that something else is going on with them, and we know it in an obvious way.
We've all been raised to believe that seeing is believing. That's why the concept of using the energy of color as a healing tool seems like an odd notion. Color is energy, and each color has specific uses. The color you use depends on what your needs are in any given situation. Albert Einstein knew this, and he once said in a theory paper, "Thought is energy. To create it, just use your imagination." And it's in the imagining color as a healing tool that you're going to get results. Now, each color brings with it specific attributes, just like different crystals have very specific attributes for healing purposes. So it's good to know what each color brings to the table energy-wise. To begin with, white light is a symbol that's been used since the beginning of time for divine protection. For example, each day, visualize a radiant, spiraling, iridescent ball of white light illuminating in the center of your body. And as it spirals and extends out, imagine it neutralizing anything stored within you of a negative nature, whether it's emotional or physical, as it spirals into a luminous ball of iridescent light. Imagine it so large that it extends your entire body encircling it, creating around you the white light of protection. The uses of this light are numerous. If your workplace is full of negativity, think ahead before you arrive at your office and flood your workspace with white light. The purpose being to neutralize any area of negativity. Blue is known for the attribute of tranquility. If you're dealing with someone that's angry or upset in any way, shower them with the color blue. Breathe it in yourself, and as you think blue, send it their way. Use it in places that tend to have tension on a regular basis. Simply flood the space you're entering with blue. And one thing is for sure, as you're sending this blue light, it'll keep you calm and balanced as well. The color green is known for its healing qualities. Lighting a green candle and putting it behind a photo of an ill person is always a good idea. It powerfully represents healing energy being sent their way. You can also focus the color green on any area of your body that needs healing, and don't forget to use it on your animals. The use of color energy is really quite limitless. To rephrase Albert Einstein's thought, use your imagination, because as you think it, you create it. Do it with color energy.
And friends of mine who actually do healing work tell me that they will tell their clients to visualize certain colors in their body or identify those colors as a point where they may be having a pain, so that that information can help either the healers or even the doctors these days determine a better course of treatment. Visualizing that energy can actually help those parts of our bodies heal in really a faster and facilitated way.
Yes, it's all about gaining more knowledge, and color energy is one of the best places to begin.
Using color to heal is a process. In other words, if you are determined to be mean and nasty, no amount of color will change that. But, like a master chef, if you are determined to heal the parts of yourself that are still in progress, you can use the tools of color to facilitate that goal. Think of using color like adding a vitamin C boost to your favorite smoothie. The healthy elements in the smoothie are absolutely helping with your health, the fresh fruit, the organic ingredients, the pure water. These are all good. Now you add the boost of vitamin C and presto, you've turbocharged your health experience. Strive to use the positive nature of self in all that you do, and add color to give your results the needed boost to create a fantastic addition to your joyous life path. Sam Friend said, "There is in each of us so much goodness that if we could just see it glow, it would light the world."
One of the best ways that I've found to use the color of energy is in getting headaches. If I get a headache, the first thing I do is I take the color green and I pour it through the top of my head, in a visual sense, of course. And I go right into the center of where the pain is. And then I take that green in a visual in my mind and I expand it. And it neutralizes anything that's causing me pain. So I get into the pain, I expand it with the color green, and what I have found is that I either completely get rid of my headache immediately, or I take the edge off of the headache. So either way, I don't have to take aspirin or anything else, where I used to do that all the time.
Who love you around you, of course, are going to help too, though color is also going to be able to bring to you the vibration of healing in I believe, a real and tangible way.
Yes, it brings the harmony into our bodies. It's a coordinated effort to use the colors, to use any of the other modalities of healing that suit you. But know that color is a real viable place for healing and a tool for taking care of you.
And now we're going to take a look at if your health can be improved with a BioScan.
We're here today with Rebecca Allen, who is a registered nurse. Rebecca does something very interesting. And the reason I wanted to interview Rebecca is because what she does was on Dr. Oz. Rebecca, as a registered nurse, tell me what it is you do and what is this bio thing you do? Give me some information on that.
I'd be happy to. This is a biophotonic scanner. This biophotonic scanner uses a laser called Raman spectroscopy. The laser is actually designed to tell you your exact carotenoid and antioxidant score of your tissues. And it's very fabulous for helping you understand where you are with your health. It can help you look to your daily life of what your supplementation is and what you're eating, and to keep you at the optimum of your health, reducing any inflammatory disease problems, any premature aging problems, and keeping your vision and reducing your chance for diabetes, cardiac disease.
All right, so now I have a question about this. So why would I come to you for this? What would be a reason that someone would come today and say, Rebecca, I need this for what? What would my problem be that would bring me to you?
Now that's a very good question. In this day and age, we have a special opportunity. With all the genetic research that's been going on, we understand a lot more about the human body and about disease processes. And so by getting this score, it empowers you to make some decisions and plans to extend your runway in a healthy fashion, to keep your mobility, to keep your mental clarity. That's why I would think people would be interested in this, because we live in a day and age where we don't want to go to the hospital, we don't want to get sick, we want to stay healthy and on top of our game.
So this teaches us how our health is, and it teaches us ways to keep ourselves healthy by measuring what inside of us.
Exactly. Well, what this is measuring are cellular antioxidant carotenoid levels in our body. Our body is made of cells, so this actually helps us understand what our cells have inside of them.
So after one of these readings, what might you be telling someone when they leave you?
What I would encourage people to do is really increase their fruits and vegetables, primarily fruits and vegetables with lots of color. And there is some talk about organic seems to be higher in your antioxidant scores. And the reason is because when the foods are given artificial fertilizers and they're sprayed, they don't build a defense as they're growing and making the fruit. And when the human eats it, when you eat it, when I eat it, we in our cells do not get that benefit. And we are learning the higher your antioxidant, the better defense you have, and the happier you're going to be.
Well, if people want to find out more about you, Rebecca, and what this is doing, I mean, I know Dr. Oz had this on his show, so there must be something to this. If they want to learn more from you, how do they find you? What's your website?
Well, what I would ask people to do is my website is www.health_maximizer.com. www.health_maximizer.com, or you can get a hold of me at my email, which is rapa@volcano.net.
All right, Rebecca, thank you so much. It's nice for you to give us this time today and help us understand a little bit more about this program. The thing about BioScan and any other method of detecting illness in a body, it's wonderful that we're so open, that we can go to these vendor fairs and be so open to trying something new. A lot of times we get hung up in the traditional methods, and it's not always the best way.
And sometimes, you find out great stuff when you have a scan like this done. A dear friend of mine who is totally into health, he's like a weightlifter, he eats raw milk and all sorts of great stuff. He had the BioScan done himself.
Did he?
His numbers were off the charts in the positive. He was so happy to find out his health was so good.
That's wonderful. You never know if it can help you. You just might want to look into the BioScan for yourself.
With Laura Peppard, who's the director of the Reno Psychic Institute and the producer of the Reno Psychic Fair, this wonderful show we're at today. Laura, I have to tell you that this is one of my favorite shows to come and do. It really is. You do a wonderful, amazing job in this show, and plus Reno is so gorgeous and so much fun. You want to tell us about your show and your work?
It's amazing to me that this is probably the 36th Reno Psychic Fair that I've produced, and back in the day it was just such a huge step for me, and it's still an amazing gift to be able to offer this to the community and to the vendors. And like Joseph said, it's not what I do, it's everyone who participates, and the volunteers and all my wonderful helpers and the vendors just keep the energy going in the community. So I'm thrilled that people keep coming back year after year.
You not only produce this amazing show, which is a ton of work, but you're also the director of the Reno Psychic Institute. You're also a healer. You have all these amazing talents. So tell us a little bit about the Reno Psychic Institute.
The Psychic Institute, again, is a dream of mine that has come to fruition, which probably means I'm about over the hill. But we've worked long and hard and many years to produce a really quality curriculum where people can own their own spiritual abilities and bring them into present time and use them in their life in a really productive way. They have to kind of experience the life they were meant to live.
If someone's watching this, how can they find you and maybe either be a part of the show or come to the show?
RenoPsychicFair.com. It's that easy.
It's that easy. RenoPsychicFair.com. That's going to be at the end of this segment, but also in the credits at the end of the show, so you can find it very easily. Laura, you do honestly such a great job, and I have worked with promoters all over the West Coast and other states, and you are one of the most honest. You have integrity. You have care, love, and concern for not only the vendors, but everyone who walks in the door. And I got to tell you, just bravo. I am so happy to partner with you today.
Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate the validation, and it's a tough job because there's sometimes you have to say no to people and deal with things, but that's part of the game. So
you do a great job, Laura. Thank you so much, and go to this website and check it out. We really want to see you here.
And we have a viewer question from Deborah, who wants to know how to make her life better.
Hi, Joseph and Linda. My question is about my husband has post-traumatic stress syndrome, and I was wondering what I should do. What can I do to make my life better?
Deborah, that's really a great question. And when we have someone in our lives that isn't well or is suffering, we want to know what to do or how to make things better. I've asked my guides, I've mixed up the cards, and I've asked your guides to come in, and let's see if they have some suggestions for you on what may help you in this situation. Well, the first thing I want to tell you is that this is actually going to be a lot of work. I would love to say that this would be something easy for you to do, or that there was a simple answer here. But you have work in your number one position, and it's crossed with love. So what this is going to tell you right away is that it's going to be real work on your part to handle this and to be an asset in this situation and to use your ability to love in a very positive way. It's going to be the most helpful thing you can do to start with. You get tradition in the base position. And so tradition is going to tell you that you're not going to be doing anything wild or crazy. You're going to be doing things that people have done in these situations historically in the past that have worked, and you're going to learn from them and do those things also. I've never had someone in my life with post-traumatic stress syndrome, so I actually don't know what to do exactly. This says you are going to feel as though the situation's a bit unfair, and that what you do is painful to you also in this situation. And I want to tell you that your guides say you're not wrong. So my compassion to you really goes out with this question. You are in a difficult situation, and the best you can do is going to be the best you can do right now. If you make a plan of action, what you're going to find is that you're going to get much better results. I would talk to other people that have had people in their lives with post-traumatic stress syndrome and see what they do also to make things better, not only for themselves, but the people they're caring for. Be balanced and fair, but you are going to have to change certain things you're currently doing. Of course you are. And having a plan of action is going to give you those tools and that guideline set in order to be more effective. I feel that your intent is already virtuous, honest, with lots of integrity, and that you have honest love, care, and concern for the person you're with and the situation you're in. Consider doing these things. Your guides say this is a very practical reading, but try to do the things that your guides are talking about. And I think that what you're going to find happens is that you're going to make the best out of a bad or difficult situation. I know you can do this, and God bless you. Good luck with everything.
When caregiving anyone, there are crucial elements to your life that are really necessary for you to incorporate for your well-being. And that being said, I'm not a medical professional, and I highly recommend that you see a medical professional for your specific needs with this case. But do all you can to get your husband the support necessary for his emotional and physical needs. A person with PTSD often comes across with definite ideas on their day-to-day living. And these are day-to-day living circumstances that may not be acceptable to you physically or emotionally. And this is where you get counseling for yourself on what your realistic expectations should be regarding his at-home behavior. If you haven't already, get a lifeline going with a mental health professional to guide you with your day-to-day concerns. There may be a support group that you can become a part of. You may find others' ideas extraordinarily helpful. And be careful not to become a victim of your circumstances as a caregiver. Reach out to those that can help you and support you in a professional manner. As a caregiver, that is your lifeline. Begin and end your day with a few moments for yourself of deep breathing and a meditation of imagining your favorite place. It may sound trite, but It can be just what you need to feel good about yourself and in control of your emotions. Do this. Do this to recharge your batteries upon waking up and when you bed down for each night. Be kind to yourself. Nurture yourself. And do it by taking a walk with a friend on a regular basis. Go to a park, a library, or head out for a cup of coffee with someone that makes you feel good about who you are. Make sure you get away often enough so your emotions have a chance to balance out. So you have an opportunity to breathe in some time just for you to think and be. One of the biggest challenges for you is going to be to understand how that time away can help you and for you to make it happen. It's important to ease your emotional state. It'll help you to keep your glass half full instead of completely empty and place you back in control of your life.
I really like Deborah's question because I too know what it's like to have someone I'm caring for that's ill. My father had Alzheimer's, and very different, of course, from post-traumatic stress syndrome. But it takes a different kind of energy and dedication to help someone who's really in need and at the same time still try to have a life that's good.
Yes, and I think the hard part about the caregiving aspect, whether it's PTSD or any other kind of a caregiving scenario, is that you really have to make sure that you make time for yourself. It's critical because there's always something to do with that individual that you're dealing with. So I think it's important to make sure you take care of you and nurture you as well as the other person.
You know, you are absolutely right. If you don't take care of yourself, how can you possibly take care of anyone else? And Deborah, we're sending you lots of love and lots of energy from here. We want to answer your questions and discuss your topics. Give us your questions, send us your topics. We are easy to find. You can find me at joseph@questtarot.com or go to my website at questtarot.com.
You can find me at my website, sightforhealing.com, and join me on my internet radio show, The Open Door, on scepterradionetwork.com. You can view this program on Comcast Channel 17 in Sacramento, California, and at accesssacramento.org all over the world. And don't forget to watch our companion show, Paranormal Connection, with host Donna Wilberg.
We're also easy to find on Facebook, Vimeo, and YouTube. Just search for Joseph Ernest Martin, Linda Potter, or Paranormal Insights. And you can also see our new weekly series, The Magic Minute, where you learn easy-to-use magical techniques that make your life better. You can see this every Wednesday on Vimeo and YouTube because it only takes a moment to make magic.
We want to hear from you so we can bring you our paranormal insights and answers from beyond the ordinary.